Yeehaw!
I told you, my lord. She's a natural, just like your own daughter.
She reminds me of Lizette as well. And her archery skills? You said those were better than most of our soldiers.
Nina's archery skills are some of the best I have ever seen. In fact, she was with your blacksmith drawing up a new design. She called it a compound bow. All I know is it has wheels.
Preposterous. Forbidden knowledge, perhaps? You say she is aligned with the Numa pyramid? How many of the sub-pyramids can she cast from?
She casts only anthropomorphomancy right now, but I'm teaching her druidic.
I want to sit in sometime and have her explain to me what she has learned. When I spend time with her, I can't keep up with all the things you're saying. She has no filter for forbidden knowledge, so it's very important that we make sure she understands this new world she's in. Hopefully the Academy will help with that.
So, she is going to go to the Adonai Academy then?
Indeed. Her paperwork is already in, and she will return with the school after the tourney, during the cycle of the kings.
Wee-hoo-hoo! Come on, Ben, keep up.
So, about the dog.
Oh, it's definitely not a dog.
I'm not sure they'll let her bring him to the Academy.
A no pets rule would make things awkward. Good thing Nina hasn't said anything about Ben being, well, anything more than a dog.
He's very protective of her. He never leaves her side.
I'm not sure we could stop him from going with her if we wanted to.
Sounds like a problem for the Lady Diana. I hope that's the best decision. I have to be at the Tan, which is no place for a child. And after that, we will be preparing for the Coldrunian conflict. 3 years will come so fast, and if something were to happen to us, she'd be here alone.
Are you worried about her, my lord?
Not for her life, but for people taking advantage of her. I will miss her. She reminds me of good times at home when Lizette's brother and mother were here.
Is anyone up for a drink? It's been quite an evening, and I think I need something strong.
I second that, my lord. My intuition says something is at play. What is it?
Stratus always drinks whiskey when he has to make an hard choice. This is a Strathmore 32.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that you have a plan. Bet it's a plan you never thought you would have to enact, though.
You are not wrong here. The last teleporter was still around when we were all still in school at the Adonai Academy. And you remember what happened to her? Invictus and I promised each other that, if we ever found one, he could harbor her at his residence. We just never thought it would be a Namara. For years, you know, he has collected all type of artifacts, for if he ever met one. I always tease him about being a hoarder, but it was in the wasteland that he found the scroll that you used today.
Oh, yes. His fault?
What we need now is another teleport scroll. One that we can try, that can clear me of my oath to the king.
Are you sure the one you have will bring her straight to the capital?
I am. To your brother's waiting arms.
That can't happen. Only a noble would have something like that.
Who said he's not a noble?
Stratus. Do you think he has a scroll of that magnitude?
Maybe. If not, he will start to school for one. He loves a challenge. Who knows what we get from the pirate vessel he pulls from the seas? How do you feel about a vacation in Strathmore?
Think a vacation sounds perfect. Was already feeling cooped up since I came back.
I cannot trust anyone else, and he won't believe a messenger. You know what we need. I need not say it to you directly, and that is the best. So you can say you were never told, and I can say I never ordered you to go.
I'll fly swift as I can.
I do not sense his presence anymore, my lord.
Good. It's your turn, Sabine. I need you to go to your mother. Perhaps she can help with this as well. You know what to do.
Of course, my lord. Only for you.
It will be nice to see your mother.
It will. She likes when I come with interesting news from her old friend.
You should have seen their faces. It was like I kicked their collective puppies or something. No one has ever looked at me that way, and to have an entire room staring at me like that, it was a lot. I don't want people to be afraid of me.
Surely not everyone was afraid of you. Did the Duke look afraid?
No, he looked concerned. And I'm totally weirded out about the whole thing with all their testing rituals and stuff. And some rumors and the Namarian Wars. I'm so confused.
Maybe I can help. For starters, those are not the same thing.
What do you mean?
I promised the Duke I wouldn't get involved in any knowledge about the wars. But the rumors? That I can help with. Those rumors were much more recent.
Explain.
The Namarian Wars were ancient, like 1,000 years ago.
Whoa, like Holy Roman Empire stuff?
What?
Never mind. So what does that have to do with the rumors?
Nothing. Those rumors that everyone keeps talking about are about another woman with FANATIK, a criminal that was working off her punishment to the noble caste as a teleportation method.
Like magic Uber?
You're killing me with the Namara references tonight.
I know. Sorry. So that sounds horrible, but not like that bad?
That's not the rumors. The rumor was she was held at Castle Arston in between times she was being used for travel, and the Duke of Arston was known for being a pretty terrible person.
Oh, I see. So a teleporting Namara could be a real problem.
Or perk, depending on who that Namara's friends are.
I can't teleport you. You're void.
No, that's not what I meant. People were going to want you to come live with them before, but now that you're an FANATIK caster...
Right, but they can't make me go with them. That's in your laws.
Yes, because of the Namarian Wars, ironically. But the nobles can be obnoxious at the tournament, and they'll offer you everything you've ever wanted, to come and stay with them for a while.
And Lilith is worried that some of them might not be honest and noble about it.
Could be really easy to say that you are a criminal, right? A Namara, what was it, Uber, as you called it? It might be very fashionable for the nobles to have a brand new Uber Namara.
How could a statement like that be both terrifying and epic all at the same time? Are you by yourself?
Yeah, why?
Should I just reset? I could just reset. I could go back and just not do this whole ritual thing. Just go all the way back to the docks. Then no one will ever know I'm FANATIK except you, who would totally understand when I told you why I did it.
They'll assume I'm teaching you Void. If they don't know that you have some kind of magic, and as terrifying as it is that you're FANATIK, Void would be even worse. If I know Jean-Philippe, he's already working on it. He'll have a plan.
I'm getting tired of having to depend on everyone else for the plan, though. I'm not a damsel in distress. I don't want everyone around me feeling like they have to save me all the time. I want to be the hero in my own story.
Ah, is that the good Baron then? Invictus. Did she tell you?
She did.
Insanity ensues, and our search for something more than 2 paragraphs on the Namarian Wars continues.
Thanks for helping me, by the way.
Girl, don't be silly. I'm literally up anyway. And what is it you were helping with, good Baron?
Oh, right. Where are you both staying again? The West Wing, right?
Yes.
I'll meet you there, in front of the big mirror.
What?
What did that mean? Is he here?
No, at least I don't think so. Last I checked, he's in Abraxas.
You know that's not normal. All right.
What do you mean?
All that mirror stuff, that's not in any magic. That has to be void. But even my brother can't do anything with mirrors. At least not that I know of.
Your brother is void?
Sort of. He was created as a flux of a ritual that my mom did. It was a whole thing. But yes, technically he's void-ish.
And he doesn't do, like, mirror talk with you or anything?
Nothing. And no, there is no mirror talking. There's no mirror anything. I've never seen anything like it, in fact. I've never heard of anything like it. And honestly, it creeps me out every time you talk to him through a mirror.
That's because you're a narcissist and could not stand looking into a mirror and seeing anyone but your beautiful self staring back.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, you think I'm beautiful? Besides, who wouldn't think that was weird? I can't even look at mirrors the same way anymore. I'm pretty distraught over it, Romy.
Funny, you don't seem to be distraught when working on your outfits.
Well, I am. And it's weird. Wait, is he doing something with this mirror?
I don't know how it works. I'm just glad it does. What? It's fine. What's the worst thing that could happen? Yeah, okay. I can see how this might be a little unnerving.
Nope, 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 nope.
What?
What was it? Oh, yeah. Ho, 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 Romy. Have you been a good girl this year?
Prince Gonji Urtidoshai, it is my honor to meet you.
You flatter me, Your Majesty. Is it customary to make your guest wait 3 weeks to meet when you are so honored?
No, but now that I have been given the full authority and weight of the crown on all of the matters we discuss, I'm sure this will never happen again.
What can I do for you, Queen Athamos?
How do you know that I need something? Perhaps this is a social meeting, one where I ask you about Quan Jin and what your mother is like.
I believe that you know the value of a partnership with my mother. I don't think you would be here now with me and your feathery bodyguard if you didn't need something. Where I come from, we consider that rude, by the way, hiding the true nature of oneself.
My daughter means no offense. Sabine comes with urgent news. So urgent that she only very recently arrived and hasn't even been to the castle rookery yet. I have received word from Duke Jean-Philippe Bouchard that there was a Namara found in his lands. She has arrived at his castle. She's done a magic test, and it appears that she is not only Ilfratic, she very likely has the ability to teleport.
I'm listening.
Prince Gonji, as you might know, Ilfratic is a very rare magic in Ellislandia. Most Ellislandians are either aligned with Yuma or cosmic. During the Namarian Wars, the noble houses with Ilfratic heritage were exterminated.
I am aware that the use of void was employed to exterminate the houses.
Yes, well, war creates such difficult decisions. Either way, the bloodlines were lost, and it became increasingly rare through the generations of any Ilfratic to be born.
I did not come here for a child's history lesson, Your Majesty. I am aware of your histories, that roughly 20 years ago, a Quan Jinyen criminal escaped Quan Jin and fled to Ellislandia. That your noble caste captured and enslaved her with a cosmic collar and forced her to serve as a teleporter to take them around the kingdom as they saw fit.
Unfortunately, the story does not end there. If that was the case, she would still be around. The official story is that she was killed during a cycle of the Caldronian conflict. Rumor is she was rather abused by some of the nobles. She was somehow able to get out of her color and promptly killed herself. I do know this as a fact.
Go on.
Before she died, she was forced to create scrolls to test if an Elfratic caster can teleport. Every noble was given one of these scrolls. Every noble had to swear an oath that if they found an Elfratic caster, they would test them for the ability to teleport within 30 days. Most nobles do not know that those scrolls lead to a series of cells in our dungeons.
Are you worried about my safety, Your Majesty?
I'm touched.
I'm assuming you and this Jean-Philippe do not wish what happened to the last teleporter to happen to this Namara?
Well, yes, but it's complicated, as there are very specific laws around Namara.
I see. So, you need me to test her ability to teleport without using the scroll that would doom her to a life of slavery and abuse, both physically, mentally, and magically?
To put it bluntly, yes.
And you're assuming I would do this out of some loyalty to her being aligned with Ilthratic magic? Unbelievable. The fact that you have waited 3 weeks to come to me, and now here you are, when you need something? Well, at least that tells me one thing. You've heard rumors about me. Otherwise, I would be in a collar under some false accusation to be imprisoned and used as the newest transportation vessel. The only reason I'm not is because you don't have any idea how powerful I am.
What do you want?
Now we're having a good conversation.
What do you want?
What do I want? An amethyst writ. You should be able to manage that with full authority and manners regarding me. After that, grant me the caste title of wizard.
Wizard? Were you hoping to join the house as a soldier, or try to be a war wizard? That would place you in our knight's caste.
Correct.
I will draw up the wit myself, as well as dub you a wizard. I would like you to remember that I did not counter your request.
Agreed. Now, I've never been to this Jean-Philippe's duchy. It might take some time to get there.
I fully intend to allow you to access our sigil system, which will give you the sigil of House Aphamos and House Bouchard.
Really? Then I am at your service, my queen.
Then, let us get this settled, and you on your way. Sabine will be traveling back with you.
I thought you had to have a big, crazy space to do rituals.
No, you have to have the symbols in the right place to do a ritual. Putting the wrong symbol in the wrong place raises the flux. So ritual rooms help, sure, but that's because everything's already in its place. Sometimes you have to do magic on the go. That's why pre-made runes like this are great for doing magic when you don't have a ritual room.
Didn't you say Namara do something to the flux too? Like in a bad way?
Namaras have historically altered the flux of rituals they are involved in.
And what is flux exactly?
Think of flux like the difficulty levels of magic involved in a ritual, and the weird things that happen as a result of them. The theory is that they are so infused with magic as a result of their arrival that it affects their ability to cast.
So I shouldn't do magic?
No, you have to learn to control it. There are ways to lower the flux, making it less likely for wild things to happen.
That's why Sirza and Dre assisted you when you cast your first ritual to help lower the flux.
I didn't know that you were so educated in metaphysics.
You either, Baron. How is it that a void caster knows so much about magic?
A man can't read? It gets pretty boring out there on the edges of our Duke's lands. I'll read just about anything I can get my hands on.
It's true, he has a library.
Fair enough. Thanks for doing this, by the way. Normally Dre watches me when I'm casting.
Why isn't he here, by the way?
He doesn't trust your buddy, the Duke.
Jean-Philippe is an acquired taste. It's the mind magic.
And the Duke's impeccable fashion sense. They got into it once about Dre's inability to give an opinion on a pair of shoes, and it's never been the same since.
How long do they normally last?
It depends on their difficulty level. Not 100% sure what she's casting, so I couldn't tell you. Somewhere between 5 minutes and an hour.
Oh, so you'll be here for a few then. Catch me up. What's new?
Hello, Mother.
You're looking old, Lilith.
Charming. I got your ping. What is it that you want? I don't have the time or resources to burn just to hear how you think I'm looking older, Mother. You're breaking the protocol that you set up. No contact unless I fail and have to return home. Remember?
When you have all the power and authority, rules are simply what you want them to be. Haven't you heard? I'm on the council now.
Really? Well, no. I haven't been keeping up to date on the late Caldronian politics.
Watch your tone, Lilith. It's only by my benevolence that I've even allowed this little quest of yours. Immortality through magic instead of undeath? Remember that I know your real name, Little Miss Worthington. You are a Caldronian among Ellislandians at that. No matter how much you pretend, Lilith, you aren't a Worthington. You're Princess Lilith Folshay, the Lady of Lust.
Apologies. Your Grace, what can I do for you?
That's better. Your brother is missing, and I need to know if he's in your keep. He always did love spending time in your boring black and white. Well, everything.
How long has he been missing?
You know how time is here in Caldroon. Maybe a month or two? We can't use divination to find him, of course. And he's always loved his big sister Lilith. So...
Wait, are you saying you lost Dimitri? I thought you were talking about Gilthwyn. How could you lose him?
I didn't lose Dimitri. He's just doing that pacifist thing. You know how he is. If we don't find him soon, I'll have to send your brother out looking for him. And you know how he can be.
I mean, I haven't seen him. Sure, he knows the alias I'm using here, so we could talk anytime he wants to, but he's forbidden to come to Ellislandia anyway, right?
Lilith, you may not care about Caldronian politics, but I'm telling you this because things are changing here at home. The forges have been relit for the first time in a millennium. We can hear the drum of the general's hammer echo through the mountains. Rumors of a Namara here in Caldroon are drifting in like snow. I even sent 2 members of our house to find it, and they never returned. We may have to recall you.
No. We made a blood promise, Mother. It's not like I've been idle all of these years. I mastered Cosmic and Pneuma, and I can finally see a way to get Ilthratic.
Please, Lilith, we all have 2 pyramids. You had 2 when all of this began 100 years ago. You're no closer to getting the 3rd pyramid than when you left Caldroon and started all of this Lilith Worthington foolishness. I can and will recall you home to be turned into a Shazette to take your royal seat the moment I decide I'm done with this little game. You are far too powerful to be in that old flesh bag. If your brother contacts you, send word to me immediately. Remember whose blood you serve, daughter.
How could I forget, Your Grace?
Oh, and tell Dre I said hi.